Well, we are still at the...
We're somewhere.
We're somewhere. I'm not sure where we are. We are still... we are still at the Southwest Region NMRA Convention.
Little jet lag there.
Little jet lag. Sometimes weird. We're at the NMRA Convention, and we're off to another layout tour. This one promises to be pretty cool, just because it's huge.
Okay.
This guy Verryl has modeled the UP, the Wyoming Division of the UP, Wyoming, which is really cool.
Okay.
Who knew? But all the way from Cheyenne to Evanston, with all the shops and towns along the way.
Oh, serious?
Because he's got something like 1,700 feet of main line in a 4,000 square foot layout.
Oh my.
Oh, so we're looking forward to seeing this. We've heard it's legendary, so we've heard about it, but we have not yet seen it. So this should be really cool. Not terribly far from the beautiful resort community of Sedonia, Arizona, is Cornville. Not exactly a bustling metropolis, but that's where Verryl Fosnight has built his amazing railroad. It's not at all uncommon to see a club layout of this size and complexity, but not one guy's railroad. This thing's just over the top amazing. Now, if you're wondering how one guy can build all of this, well, one guy doesn't. He has 4 employees, here's one of them, 4 full-time employees to build and maintain the railroad. Now, as Karen pointed out earlier, it's kind of a question why somebody would be modeling Wyoming here in Arizona.
Well, I was raised in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and we had the Indian Village Motor Lodge, which was the original one with the teepee. And across the street was the AD tracks, the arrival departure tracks, and you can see the big boys sitting there waiting for trains. Of course, all kids wanted an electric train, and we couldn't afford a Lion, all I had a Marx. And then an hour later, you'd see this black cloud up on Sherman Hill, 30 or 40 miles away, and that was smoke on the hill. So I suppose that was everybody thought it was what he saw as a kid. You know. So we started in 2011, just under 4 years ago, just around Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving. So we've been working at it 4 years. So we have a lot to do yet. Well, you're never finished with a hobby like this, any kind of a hobby. And we've got about 5,300 feet of track. The main line is 1,006 feet that I measured with a rolling tape measure on one of them, and they're both about the same. So it's just over 1,000 feet main line. It takes an hour and a quarter to an hour and a half just to run a train over the whole thing at a scale 30 mile an hour speed. We have about 2,300 cars and about 150 passenger cars. I've got over 100 locomotives. I don't know how many exactly, because there's always some that we're working on. And we have, I think, 15 or so Challengers. We've got 7 or 9 big boys. We have 7 turbines. We have two 12-4s. They didn't really use them when the big boys and the Challengers came along. They moved them out on the flatland because it was hard on the track. But they're really nice locomotives. The advantage of a very large layout is you can have real simple jobs to get beginning operators started, and you can have real complex jobs to keep everyone happy. We have locals, we have coal extras or coal drags. Locals stop at almost every station and do pickups and setups. I made my own card system. So we have head-end cars for individual cars. We have block cars for blocks of cars that we switch. Then we have locomotive cards that tells how much the locomotive can, how many cars it can haul up the grades and on the flat, and where they stop, where they have to stop for fuel, water, sand, and ashes. We'll operate with. We like to have at least 35 people. We had a invitational meet with very accomplished operators. We had 35 plus some local guys to show them the ropes and everything. We ran 50 trains on the train sheet the first day and 57 the second day, in 6.5 hours each session. That did not include the locals that didn't get on the train sheet, that never left the yard. So we ran probably 125 trains in those 13 hours. One about every 9 minutes, which is just about what Union Pacific does over Sherman Hill.
Now, one of the interesting features here on the railroad are the backdrops, the photographic backdrops. These are built out of modern photographs of Wyoming, backdated to 1950 in Photoshop, and then printed out as a backdrop. The benchwork is really unusual. It's all built out of steel, and it's designed in such a way that there are no duck unders and that you're never operating over your head. This is the third level of the railroad, and there's a floor here about 8 feet off the building floor. Notice how the third level is stacked neatly on top of the second level, sort of like tiers on a wedding cake. I guess we could refer to this as wedding cake benchwork. It's an amazing system that really takes full advantage of every square inch of the 4,000-foot custom-built building that the railroad resides in. What in the world have you spent here? Is that something you're comfortable talking about? Too much. Too much. Excellent. Yeah. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That was quite the amazing, awesome. Amazing railroad.
Wow.
It's just cool that somebody can go that far, that massive, and they're screwing around to build a building with all this custom engineering for the bench work, and it's like, unbelievable. And hire full-time employees just to help.
Yeah, for that. Now that would be a job to get up in the morning and look forward to.
Yeah, what an interesting. What do you do? Oh, I work for a guy who has a model railroad, and I keep it going for him.
Yes. Yeah, I would love that job.
Yeah, that wouldn't suck.
Yeah, I won't be like playing every day.
That's pretty dang cool. Well, anyway, if you haven't been over to the web channel, you should get over there. That's Toyman Television right here on YouTube. You can click on the little rocket ship logo, and that'll take you over there. Or you can click this blue button that's popping in about now that says subscribe, and that'll take you to the channel, and it will also subscribe you to the channel if you've been foolish and haven't yet subscribed to the channel. If you have, it'll just take you over there. But otherwise, when you click on it, it will also subscribe you, and the benefits of that are immeasurable. You get notified every time we post a new movie, and you can say that you're a subscriber, so there's bragging rights, so on and so forth. Little blue button should be there about now. Well, we're not sure how you found this fun and interesting movie on the internet. We hope you didn't find it boring, because a railroad like this one is not boring.
Never boring.
And we will see you here again next week with some more massive, massive screwing around. We'll see you then. Bye.